So let's wrap up our pre-test, our review segment, if you would, by doing some more R3 work. And in this case, we're kind of reversing a field. In the problems we just did, I gave you the equation, and we actually had to graph it. In this thing, we actually have to build the equation. And what I'm doing is verbally giving you information. Sometimes they'll visually give you information, but the problem will be the same as you'll see in your homework. But in this first problem, they're asking me to find the slope-intercept equation, and again we know that to be y equals mx plus b, all right, of the line that has a slope of 3/4 and goes through the point 0, -2. And if we look really closely, I've given you a lot of information that is very important. First of all, here's your m, so we know what m is, and since this is the y-intercept, right, this is supposed to be 0b, I now know that b is -2. So since I know what b is, and since I know what m is, all I've got to do is come to my slope-intercept equation and plug things in. So the equation of the line that has this information is y equals 3/4 x minus 2. All right, and there would be your equation of the line. I guess technically speaking, it would be 3/4 x plus -2. But adding a negative is the same thing as just flat out subtracting. So there I am putting it in literally into the formula, and then here I am reinterpreting what it means to add a negative. You're basically subtracting. So that's it for number 7. There's a nice useful form. I had the information that I needed, plug it in, and I'm finished. For the next one, it's a little more difficult because we're using a more difficult form, but just like I said, just as useful. And this one, we're wanting the point slope equation. So recall from the earlier video, the point slope form is y minus y1 equals m and x minus x1. So in order to find this equation, I need to know what is my slope. Well, it's given, and I need to know a given point. Well, that's also given, right? They gave, or I gave you a solution point. So all we need to do, this is going to be x1 and y1, is just plug that information in to the formula that I have. So this becomes y minus 1 equals my slope, which is 2/3 x minus a -4. Alright, so there I am literally plugging in the known information into the formula. Of course, cleaning this up, right, this is y minus 1 equals 2/3, and this would become x plus 4. And that would be the point slope form for that line. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up all the equations that were on your pretest. This is just a quick overview of many of the ideas that you should know, the foundation that you should have for this particular class. So please make sure, let me see if I can put my face on this. All right, oops, I'm upside down. So how about I just keep it down on the work? All right, so please make sure that you're hitting the review sections hard. There's going to be many more examples, many more things going on. Oops, I don't know why it reversed itself here. I apologize for that. All right, so please make sure that you're doing the review, going through items, all right, so that you'll get the ideas back, and you'll know that you're truly ready for the Math 121 content, because it's extremely hard to learn new stuff if you don't have some of these basic ideas down, both from the first page and from the second page. So just because you understood what we did in this, I'm hoping you did, doesn't mean you're ready. Go hit that homework card. Make sure you understand the homework and the terminology that's being thrown, because it's giving you a much more thorough review. All right, looking forward to working with you guys. Remember, our next test is coming soon next week, so get yourself ready to make sure you have all the foundation to perform well all semester long. All right, talk to you guys in some videos coming soon.